Hey guys!
Oh my God! Welcome back to Project Runway Season 21, Episode 5 recap with VJ and
Yuchen.
Yes, and this time, guys, as you all know, this is part 1 and you are watching it on Yuchen's YouTube video, and the part 2 is going to be in my YouTube video. So we're switching things up. We just want to remind everybody again to check out on Yuchen's website and to check out on my website. Again, there's a lot of stuff there that you can shop. Like, for example, this beautiful necklace that Yuchen is wearing. And also, again, reminder, September 11 is Joseph McCree's fashion show, New York Fashion Week, and also September 13 is going to be my fashion show. So that's it. And again, if you have questions, leave a comment down below. And if you're not following me yet, please follow me and also Yuchen, because again, part 1 is gonna be here, and then part 2 is gonna be at Yuchen's YouTube channel. Okay, so first is, what was your reaction when you found out that the next challenge is kind of like the continuation of the unconventional look? Since you won the unconventional challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I won that challenge, so it seems like it's gonna be an advantage for me, right?
Exactly.
But to be honest, I didn't really super happy about this because, for example, first of all, I feel like it's not fresh to me anymore because I've done this. I don't want to do something else, regarding to that.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, my unconventional stuff is too unconventional and it's too hard to transfer into a real clothes.
Exactly.
So that's the 2 points that I'm not very excited about.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, same. Like when I found out that it's going to be like a high fashion look, I'm like, oh my God, my look is already kind of like high fashion already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, how can I make it a little more high fashion? So again, I was a bit, nervous about that time. You guys need to know this very important tea, which is once we go to mood, we're only allowed 30 minutes. It's not a lot.
It's not. I mean, at first we have 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But even that 10 minutes makes such a big difference.
Yeah, so when we're in the mood, 30 minutes is like you don't have time to really look around.
Right.
Like 30 minutes is like at the back of your mind, you already need to kind of like think what material would I use, and then once the timer starts, you need to go where exactly you want to go, because there's no time to walk around and to pick for fabrics. That's why, like, almost like all of us, once we go to one destination, that's where we always like end up buying stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, like, for example, like me in my dress, like I already know that I need to go in the lace section.
Right.
And then when I went to the lace section, like I can't go anywhere else because, like I said, 30 minutes is really, really not a long time to pick fabrics.
We have to talk about the most important thing, which is
the vote. Because they did not really show who voted who.
Yeah.
So now we are going to reveal who voted who, and then after that, Yuchen and I are going to talk about the reason why we voted for that person. First is Ethan voted for Miss Joan.
Miss Joan, yes.
Okay. Madeline voted for Antonio. And Melania voted for Joseph. Jesus voted for Joseph. Yuchen, you voted for, and I voted for
Joseph.
Ethan.
No!
I voted for Joseph. Okay, so I voted for Joseph. Okay, so let me start first, okay? Why did I vote for Joseph? Okay, I think I'm very vocal that I voted for Joseph because I feel that he did not use an unconventional material, and I voted him because I feel that out of the 3, which is Joan, Antonio, and him, I think that it was him who is more uninspiring. I feel that it was the easiest thing to do, so that is the reason why I voted for Joseph.
During the voting, I was very quiet, right? I'm just observing. I see you and Melania and Madeline are crying. So tell me about it. Why you are crying and why the other people is crying?
I think I'm crying because number 1 is it's really hard to vote someone.
Right.
I mean, like I said, voting someone out is really not a good feeling. A lot of you are saying that it's easy to vote, but it's actually not.
Right.
Because you're crushing someone's dream. That is the first time that Project Runway has ever done that. So,
Right.
you know, it was never done in Project Runway history. So it's really, really hard. So that's why I'm emotional.
But you've done that in Dress My Tour.
Yes, I've done it in Dress My
It seems
Tour.
like you're doing that all the time.
Yeah, we do it all the time in Dress My Tour, but it's very different. Like in Dress My Tour, I was very emotional during the first time that I did it in episode 1, but then episode 2, episode 3, it becomes normal. But in Project Runway, it's like we're doing it for the first time.
Right.
So I think it brings back memories, and also I think that, like I said, it's not really a good feeling to vote someone's out.
Okay, so Viblonia is crying. Do you know?
Maybe same. Maybe she's crying because she doesn't want to do it.
But for Madeline, I think she's crying for Joseph.
Yeah,
because they are very good friends.
Joseph is her best friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. When I'm observing on here, I see this two different perspective. Because Lau is saying I'm trying to see if someone gonna vote twins out, because everyone wants to separate the twins.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about maybe Ethan and me want to vote
work
out
together.
Antonio,
Exactly.
But when I look at Ethan, it seems like he didn't give me a hint.
Yeah.
And then I was like, so I have to see what happens. And then I see you are crying so hard, and you are talking about why Joseph need to to be voted out. So I'm thinking about so we have two selections on here. One, we want the drama. We have to separate the twins. That's gonna be very fun because we didn't show that on TV.
Yeah.
Jesus was totally lost himself.
Yeah.
He was totally lost.
Like the moment we all went back to the lounge, Jesus was like,
lost.
Where is the producer? Like, where is the producer? He is scared, like, oh my God. Yeah, he was panicking. Like, literally, guys, like they didn't show that, but he was like, I want to call the producer,
Yes.
This is shit. This is crazy. This is bull. Oh my God, guys, crazy.
Because he really thought we're gonna vote out Antonio. Because as you can see, everybody want to see how the twins were separated, and also Law was saying that, So that's the first thing. The other thing I'm observing is Veejay is so emotional about Joseph's design, which I kind of agree. I mean, Joseph is a really, really amazing designer, that's for sure. He's fucking iconic, I'm telling you. But the only problem is that, I said that from last episode as well. For me, I think the silhouette is very interesting, but it's really about the material.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree with Veejay on the material side. So after all, I see everybody is voting for Joseph. So I mean, there's no point I'm doing the other drama. So let's just vote for the the material itself. So that's how it happens.
What about you guys? If you are in that situation, or who are you gonna vote for? Are you gonna vote for Joseph? Are you gonna vote for Joan? Or are you gonna vote for Antonio?
Right.
We want to hear your opinion.
For everybody, we have to vote. It's kind of hard because just like you said, we have to delay someone's dream, but still we have to do that because the show want us to do that. Based on whatever happens on here, I'm not gonna vote Antonio because I kind of like him.
Yeah.
They like me as well. And also one more thing.
What is that?
We have romance on the show. Always.
Yes.
Antonio is always doing all this fun stuff. We have this interaction with each other, but the show didn't show it.
Like Antonio is nicer than Jesus.
Yeah. We are show boyfriend on the TV, but they didn't show it. It's very cute.
They're like romantic, unofficial boyfriends in the show. And Antonio is actually very nice. Yeah.
So after that, I'm just thinking about, so let's just vote for the piece itself.
Yeah. And like base it out of the clothes, right? Not out of strategy or bad intention or the tea. Okay.
So after we vote out Joseph, I mean, we really feel emotional because everyone's beat down.
Yeah.
We've been this is the first episode. We have no sleep, just like Ethan said. We have not enough time to even eat food. We are emotional. The pressure is on. Now we have to do another challenge.
No rest, guys. It's true. No rest.
Right away.
It's like Of course, like we're very exhausted, we're very
Very.
tired, we don't have sleep. But yeah, that's why Project Runway, I'm telling you guys, it's not easy. It looks easy on TV, but it's very, very hard in person. So if you're
Very
planning
hard.
to audition or to join, you gotta be really, really strong.
Get prepared.
Please.
So how do you feel when you heard the challenge kind of like, make a couture version of unconventional?
Yeah. Personally, me, I was very like, oh my god, how am I gonna do that? Because I think that my shuttlecock dress is already like high fashion.
Right.
So it's like how I'm gonna make another piece that looks high fashion. So it's really hard, and also like, Yuchen won, I am in the top, so the pressure is really high. It's like, oh my god, like they're looking at us. So to me, I'm just told myself, it's like, like maybe make something lace, because my shuttlecock dress looks like lace. So it's like, for this one, okay, let's make like using real lace fabric. So that is my inspiration.
So for me, when I heard like, the challenge, I feel like a little pressure on
Pressure, because it's a very conceptual look.
Yeah.
It's a very iconic, memorable, and conceptual look. So being able to design something ready to wear or high fashion based out of look, I think is really challenging.
Yeah, so there has 2 points for me. So the first point is like, my unconventional look is very, very unconventional. So it's really hard to transfer that into some fabric.
Yeah.
So that's the first point. And then the second point is kind of like, I'm looking for something exciting. So I want something new.
Yeah.
So this is something kind of similar. So it's really like, not that interesting to me. So what's your inspiration for your complementary couture?
Complementary couture.
What's your design idea?
So definitely, I want to recreate the structure.
Right.
Okay, because the first look made of shuttlecock dress, I use the boning.
Right.
So to me, it's like, okay, maybe that is going to be the connection that will connect the unconventional and the new look, which is the boning. So, but of course, it's like, okay, I use white, so maybe this one I'm gonna use black. So it's kind of like that was the inspiration. So I use black, and then like I said in the show, that for the first one, the boning is inside, and then the second one, I want it to be outside.
That's genius.
Yeah, right. Thank you. So that's what I did. And then same thing, material is lace. It's sheer because the first one is also sheer. So I want to show that I can translate a concept using the shuttlecock and the boning into something that's more wearable. And again, it's a dress. So I'm like, okay, maybe let's do pants so that it's more like different. So yeah, that's it. And I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
I think it's a very genius idea to really like, use the contrast, because first of all, she used like, white, and inside it's like, upside down with the boning and the color. So I think it's very genius and solid.
Yeah, because Yuchen is do you consider yourself like a menswear designer?
Yeah.
Streetwear designers. I'm glad that he showed that bomber jacket in that challenge, because that's very 100% Yuchen.
Yeah, so for me, my thinking was, because last time I won the challenge is talking about the celebration of the squirt movement, right? So this time I'm kind of like, have the pressure.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about how to really get on top again, even like win again.
Yeah.
So, we have the potential. We are both on like, on top. So there has like, pressure.
Yeah.
So my thinking was, I have to like, maximum the whole vibe of my unconventional challenge. You remember I have all this like, color, like, palettes on the body. So it's represent the different like, flags from different countries. It represent the excitement. So this time I was thinking about, girl, let's just do this like, flag dress.
Yes.
With all the colors on the dress, with different like, flags from different countries. So that's why you see I have like 6 colors on the dress. It represent different like, countries, and it's grand. It's big.
The movement on the stage is really good.
That's my intention.
Yeah.
I really want to give this like, victory, like, Victoria's Secret vibe. At first I want to like, I want the model to hold that dress coming out, but it's not really like a dress. So after all, it's just gonna be a long dress. And for the top, because this time we are trying to do this like, we're trying to use fabric to make it into something wearable, right? Yeah. So I'm thinking about, I wanted to use bomber jacket because it's very cool vibe, and it's also, I want to use the black and white contrast on there again. And also I think for the panels, I used the panels of the soccer ball as well. And also I put this rag on
Yeah,
there. So
that was really nice.
yeah, because we are from New York, so it's a vibe from New York, you know. So it's kind of like a mixed culture. And also for the skirt, I used that ball again.
Yeah,
it's more like unconventional. But
Yeah.
at first, I was trying to make a thong, but after I ditched it.
It looks really good on the runway too. The movement of the skirt. Yeah, so yeah, it's really nice.
Okay, Veejay, here's the tea. So when I'm watching episode 5, I didn't know what happened like during the show. But when I'm watching the show, I saw something interesting.
Okay, what did you see?
You are always trying to separate the twin, and you always have this like back and forth. I want to know what happened and why you want to separate them so bad.
Okay, so this is the first time that I'm going to talk about this. Okay, so I do not want to separate the twins. Okay, what I want is I want to see them working separately. I think it's different, right? I think it's different when people assume that I want to separate them. Why would I want to separate them? You know, they're very close. They have a very good relationship together. And I think I like to see that because you know that they have a very good relationship. They love each other. I love it. You know, I wish I have a twin because it's a love that I love. You know, I admire and I appreciate. But in a competition perspective, I want to see them work separately. So that's what I want to see, you know. And I was explaining that during, you know, when we're in the sketching. It's like I
was always sketching.
Yeah, you're very quiet, right? Like I want to see you work separately because it's like, what is it, you know, if you guys are working separately?
So it's not gonna be a single challenge.
Yeah, right. So are we gonna see it? Maybe, maybe not. Continue watching so you would know if they actually started working separately. You know, so yeah, that's the reason why I'm always like encouraging them to step it up and to work separately. I'm not a bad person, so I'm not an evil queen. I love Jesus and Antonio, so yeah.
Okay, I got it. So that's all for part 1.
Yes.
Let's on here and let's watch part 2 on Veejay's platform, and we have more teas on there. So I'll see you on the other side.
Yes. Bye.